Right, everybody. This was my next game on the lunchtime break, and we're a little bit more evenly matched this time. Although, whatever. We're what's his name? Galetheos as the Hindustanis, and we're playing against now Saracens. Have good camels. They get extra HP on their camels, but Hindustanis get a whole extra technology on their camels in Imperial Age. So their camels, like camel for camel, I think Imperial camel, which is the upgrade of heavy camel that the Hindustanis get, is like the strongest camel in the game. 1v1s. Yeah. I might be mistaken. Like Berbers get cheaper camels so they can get more for the same cost. Who else has good camels? Gujaras. Gujaras get extra. Their camels are cheaper because, or the food cost on their camels cheaper. Saracens. Is there another big civ that gets good camels? Can't remember. If those are the ones that leap to my mind, and of those, the Imperial camel is like camel v camel is going to win. But it's a long time to Imperial Age. Plenty of time for the extra HP on the Saracen camel to pay off. Yeah. The cost. Sorry, I should really be looking at the Hindustanis. I'm assuming we know my strategy at this point of the Saracens, where I go or try to go to archery ranges, make a whole bunch of archers, go and shoot through their walls, and then kill everything inside. Originally, I was planning this for hideout. Not happening. We're on Arabia. The cost that the Hindustanis pay for those magnificent camels is having no knights whatsoever. So they are pushed into making the camel at all stages of the game instead of knights. The other bonus that they get, which is actually quite good, is their light cav. Well, not their light cav, their scout line, light cav, hussar, all have have +2 damage to buildings. So it's the same that the Saracen archers that I get has, but on light cav. So their light cav can bust into the walls, right? And now we're going to lose a Ville. No, we're not. Good. Well done, me. Yeah, so it's interesting. I don't know how that matches up camel v camel. I feel like early on in the game, the extra HP means that the Saracens will win a camel v camel fight, but the longer that the game goes, the more it's going to favour the Hindustanis. Now, do they have any other bonuses on their camels? Someone out there is going to tell me that actually they do extra bonus damage or something. Could be the Gujaras that have the extra bonus. Point is, long term, don't want to be on camels. Short term might be a good idea. But that is not the plan. The plan is 2 stable archers as we bring in a boar and push a deer at the same time. How could this possibly go wrong? I'm actually quite intense with anticipation because I don't remember how this went. I feel like I'm going to lose the deer. Get some idle time maybe? Oh my god, I don't believe it. That actually, I pulled it off. Very ambitious, but we've managed to get the deer and the second bull. This is big for me, with no extra TC idle time, and have I got housed? I must be about to get housed. 18 out of 20. Yep, we're about to get housed. Do I realise we're about to get housed? Nope, I am moving the ducks. Why is there TC idle time creeping up? There's the house. We look like we're going to be okay, maybe. And not too badly housed. Okay, we got to get housed a little bit, but not too bad. I was waiting for all the sound effects. We have very much the equal. We have equal levels of TC idle time. 12 seconds versus 11 seconds. So well done us. I'm relatively happy. Pushing in one more deer. So this must be my second deer. Yeah, second deer. There we go. And on to the sheep. Alright. The big modification, this is the second time I've done it now, is 4 on wood early instead of 3. And we're going up at 21 pop. I think before this, I in my head, I thought that a 2-range archer build went up at 21 pop normally and I could cut down to 20 population. Turns out it's at least the default build order. Ah! What's happened over here? the default build order that was kindly provided to me by Ben 10, the other player, says it's actually 22 pop. So with Saracens, I'm cutting it down to 21 and hoping that the selling stone at the market means that I can get a bit more wiggle room rather than having to build the mining camp and put 3 on gold at the start of feudal age. Well, actually even before feudal age. So, yeah. And with the saved 100 wood on stone, I'm building a second lumber camp. We're hoping. So we're hoping that those 3 villages that I don't have to put on gold, because I'm building the market, go to wood instead, and that means that I collect the extra wood that I need to pay 75 food for the market, because I get a discounted market. And let's check this out. Congratulations me, not housed. Well done. Wasted 60 food though that I probably didn't need to waste. We've got 1 archery range coming up. We could build it. We've got to drop the market. We've got enough for a second archery range. Second. There it goes. Not bad. So we got the 3 buildings that we needed, and we're getting double bid axe. That's pretty good for me. That's the first time I've got all 3 of the buildings down when I wanted them to be down. So that's nice. Meanwhile, Galethos is walling up. Now I reckon he's definitely been watching those hero videos, and he's going to be all walled up well before the 15-minute mark. Yeah, when he's got on wood, he's got 11 on wood. So we've got similar numbers on wood. I got a few more drifting onto wood because I've run out of food under the TC. What was I saying? We've got similar numbers on wood, but we're using it very differently. He's using it to wall up, and I'm using it to, well, I was using it to drop into buildings. Now I'm using it to wall up as well. Alright, and it looks like he's going for... Oh, he's going for scouts. There's the extra scout. I feel like the scouts are a bit late. I feel like they should have been in like a minute ago. I could be wrong. I don't remember the attack timings for the scouts, but they're going to come on in as I'm putting up farms. We've already got spears up there. Yeah, I feel like the scouts are coming in a bit later, which is nice for me. It gives me that time I need just to put the last of my walls up here. So I feel like I'm not totally walled, but I'm walled enough. I've got my gold, I've got my wood, I've even got my berries back here, which is nice. We've got 2 spears. So, if he kills that, I'm going to be peeved. No, okay. So I had my scout back to defend as well. And we've got more spears than he has horses, so he shouldn't get a kill here. Surely not. And we've got some archers, and he's decided to leave. He realises there's no damage to be done, and he's decided to preserve his... Oh, that was a nice kill, actually. Taking out my scout. Alright, now we have got a couple of archers out, a couple of spears out. Before I move forward with my archers, I really want fletching. I've got 4 archers in there. So I'm thinking that if I put my archers into the TC, it'll shoot automatically, save me having to put villagers in. So if he tries to dive, I can still shoot from the TC without having to take people off eco. That was the thinking process there. Now, if he was late with his scout attack, I am super late with my archer attack, because we are getting into fast castle times here. My archers should be hitting him now. He could have got a free fast castle. So very late to the attack, but we will go. The whole point of the double archery range is to go forward and be aggressive, and it's not happening here. He's switching into skirmishers, which is a good move. One range skirmishers versus double range archers. Believe it or not, the skirms are usually enough to win that fight from memory. Although hills play a huge role in skirmisher v archer fights. Whoever has the hill wins. So if you see skirmishers on a hill and you've got archers, just do not engage at all, ever. If you see archers on a hill with skirmishers, you can trade, but the archers will actually beat skirmishers that way. The hill bonus is that good. Alright, so we got my sneaky force that's leaving rather late. He had his walls up like 6 minutes ago, but that's why we're Saracens, yeah? Everything's going to gold because, you know, the market's a thing, for Saracens at least. He's coming forward, and in my base I should be putting in, yay, all my new archers. So there'll be no sneaky things like coming in there, hopefully. We got 2 spears with the archers, just because I was thinking you'd arrive with scouts. I still hadn't seen many skirms. Now the smart play here, I think, would have been to break this and then hit the gold. What we've done instead is we're walking forward, and he's going to gold because he's already got his 18 farms for the scout build order, 19 even. We're just going to keep him off gold and delay his castle age, which is quite nice. Like, you know, small victories. If he was going to go, he would be going up super soon, but he's going to be going up later now, which will give us a nice opening to get some extra farms down and go up. What's happening here? Oh, it's just a tiger. Alright, we're shooting. Hitting the house. Hitting the ville. No one's died yet. Apparently he killed something. I can't remember what that was. Maybe an archer or a spear. And just before the house goes down, the skirms arrive. So if I've been hitting this wall, palisade wall, it's got 250. House has 750. So that palisade wall would have melted. I'd have been in, and I would have been pushing him. He'd be chasing me around his own base at the moment. And I could push him off stone, then push him off the wood, and then push him off the wood, and push him off the gold again, and go round and round and round. But no. Silly me attacked a house. Live and learn. Don't attack houses. Now my idle TC time is through the roof. What has happened? Am I stalling to try and get to castle age? What happened there? Last time I looked it was like, 11 seconds. Now it's up to 2 minutes. Jeepers. That's not good. That's 4 villages I haven't made. I'm just fortunate that he's in a similar boat over there. Right, we're up to castle. Maybe I was just stalling to get to castle age. I hope that's what I was doing, otherwise that's very embarrassing. So we're actually up at the same time. I don't think he even had to buy and sell anything there. And we forced a tower. Accidentally forced a tower. Well, he chose to make a tower so that I can't come back and hit the gold. Probably wise, really. Like if I was going back, that's where I'd go back to. Now we're going to try build a stable here, because I'm thinking a couple of nights we'll clean up the skirms and we can be happy days. And with all these archers, we should be good to make a push at that point. We just want a little bit of a meat shield. Now he's going to die, which is dumb. How have I lost? Oh right, he cleaned up that whole army. I tried to run the army back from here and they all got murdered. Oh, but he gives me some free scout kills, which is quite nice. Can't complain about that. We're not going to get that down, which is annoying. And if you remember the last game, if you ignore skirmishes for long enough, they do actually start killing your villagers. It's not quick, but it does happen. Now he gets the luxury of buying things like bloodlines, and I'm still having to build a second stable over here. Some more free kills there as he gets a little bit too close to the TC. Here we go. And we're up ever so slightly faster. Straight into crossbow. And the beautiful thing about archers versus skirm is that once I get crossbow, and I think I'm going to buy the extra food here to get bodkin arrow, my archers can kill his skirmishers. He should be running. I don't think he realizes quite how many archers I've got in here. The skirmisher upgrade takes a lot longer to come in than the crossbow does. And so it is a... You got to relieve, basically. You got to leave so that you can preserve your forces. Right. Now he's been ambitious and he's building a TC on the outside of this wood line. Now he's got the hill, and we're not going to let him have the hill because we know that the hill is deadly. So we're pushing forward. Elite skirm is in, but we have the hill. Long may it last. He's already into camels. Now he's built camels immediately. I'm not quite sure. I suppose he has to build camels, really. It's either camels or Gulam for him. Oh, this is terrible. Run away. What? Don't stand under the TC. God, Stephen, what were you doing? Run away. Oh, lost half my force there. Not a good trade. On the hill, hoping for the best. Got a knight. Knight's going to die to all those camels though, right? So we'll ignore the camels, try and kill the skirms. Let the archers kill the camels. Knight kills the skirm. So we've lost 2 knights straight away. Now I was originally thinking I'd build a forward siege workshop here and push down this TC. But it's not working out because it turns out back at home, wood is a little tighter than you'd think it should be. Possibly because of the double archery range production going constantly. Last game, if you watched the last game, you'll have noticed that I had excess food and gold. I've got that same thing here again with the excess food and gold, so we could make more knights. Probably not the best thing to do because the camels are here. Oh, I'm losing more of a... Man, I lose so many archers sending them forward one by one. That's a few games I've seen that happen in. Maybe I need to get a ball, build up a ball, and then bring the ball forward. Makes sense. But we're holding this hill because we know this hill's important because this hill controls this gold, this stone, and this stone too. Like if you have a castle in this sort of position or this position, you're just dominating, right? So I think I bought the stone here, and we're going to come forward anytime now with my usual castle droppy play. And we're going to support the military... I wouldn't even say I've got a military lead here. I think I've got... It's close, right? How many crossbow is this? We've got 21 crossbow, which is not bad. And he's got 14 skirmishers and 3 camels. And we're going to try to drop a castle. Oh, drop a castle. We're going to try to put up a castle here. And he's going to try and stop the castle with the camels. Now, we're running from the camels because the camels could actually kill hills and stop them, and we don't care if we're sacrificing archer lives, we just want to kill the camels. At this point I did not believe that the skirmishers would be able to stop the castle, and we appear to be going into light cav, which is probably a bit... I don't know how I feel about that. I know why I did it, it's because I'm about to be overrun by skirmishers, but with the camels coming, what's the point of going scouts in light cav? In any case, castle will go up, lost a vill, more vills coming forward, we're committed. I think if he cancelled this castle, denied this castle, it would be pretty game overy to me. Now he's got the eco lead, but I feel like I have the position. And getting the castle up lets us make the mighty... I'm waiting for it to appear in the castle. The unique unit of the Saracens. Never mind, I'm going to go make Mamelukes, okay? He's collecting wood. His base is ticking over. He's onto his 3rd TC over here. He's making it on his main gold, which is a bit of a no-no, but whatever. Eating his wood line. This is looking very open, right? He's got a TC here, and he's got a wood line here that's just all chewed through. So, yeah, it looks like... If it was a civ that wasn't making camels, I would genuinely try and make light cav to flood through and raid. But against the camel civ, I feel like that's a waste of time. He's decided to do the ram thing. He's going to make the Hindustani rams, which I believe are actually elephants, which are a food and gold cost instead of a wood and gold cost. And he'll come forward and push down the castle. Here we go, there's the Mamelukes. Now I think Mamelukes cost food and gold. I could be wrong. Don't remember them. Still a little bit new to me, Mamelukes. Mamelukes are good against camels, but also like weak against camel. They're like anti-cavalry, ranged camel. A bit like the Berber unique unit, but shorter range. Do melee attack, I believe, because they throw a sword. Yeah, instead of doing a pierce armor attack. Pierce armor attack? You know what I mean, like an archer. Right, so he's got, let's call it 1, 2 TCs. 3 TCs now. He's got 3 TCs. Meanwhile, we are just getting TC number 2. And so that he's got a pretty significant eco lead. It's not unnotable. But positionally, it's not looking good. So the other rule here, I'm making up rules, is that my archers should be fully upgraded, and then I add a support unit. My archers, I think they're missing they're missing the second armor for sure. And I'm pretty sure, yep, there we go, they're missing ballistics. Why am I looking at them? I've got the ticks up here. So they're not fully upgraded, and yet here I am spending food on cavalry armor. So that I've got my counter to light cav. So, and I don't know how this matches up. My archers should beat the camels, and I feel like that's a good matchup for me. But his skirmishers will beat my archers. So then I have light cav for the skirmishers, which is why I'm getting the melee armor on them. The melee armor, the armor on them, so that they can resist a little bit of that damage that the skirmishers are going to do and just tank a few more shots. So I think archer light cav should beat camel skirmisher, but I don't know. I do not know. I think the unit that he really should be making is Gulam. I feel like Gulam instead of skirmishers is going to be easier for him to control. And oh, I forgot about the Mamelukes. Now I was making the Mamelukes as a counter to the elephants, because I was expecting the ram push. So we're hoping the archers hit the camels and the Mamelukes hit the elephants, and we hope it all goes well. So this is all a bit like uncalculated. I don't really know how these matchups go as I'm playing out this game, but we're sticking to the plan. Double archery range, pumping out archers, hoping for the best. Boom. Right, 75-66. So we're only down by 9 vils. We have a positional advantage. If we go to resources collected, I'm only down by 700 resources, which is not too bad really. Except that I've been going into the market. I don't know how that affects that. If I buy stuff at the market, does that count as resources collected, or does that count as resources spent? How does it factor that in? Not sure. But with these numbers here, I'm not too worried. Although you're always pulling away a little bit. We're pretty heavy on stone. Back home, we've got a few farms. Not like, you know, 2 stable, 3 stable night farms, but we've got enough farms to keep the TCs running. We're very heavy on stone. Stone and gold, which isn't a bad idea, I think. And we've punched up to Imperial Age just by selling all that stuff and idling the TCs. But not as much as he's idled his TC. He's got 28 on food and he can't keep his TCs running. What's going on? I suppose he's just making so much. Well, there's a heavy food demand. Skirmishers cost food. The ram elephant, armoured elephant costs food. The camels cost food. The villagers cost food. There's just so much food expenditure here. His farms can't keep up. And then he wants to go up to Imp as well. That's a bit rough. Yeah. Castle out here. Now, I went and sent these guys to raid. Imagine if I was watching and denied this castle and killed 10 villagers. How beautiful would that be? But it's not happening. Instead, we'll count the villagers that I managed to kill. At the moment, it's at 0. It's not going well. Here we go. We're looking now. Maybe. Now we're gonna... The TC's there shooting. Skirmishers are coming over. Mamelukes do fairly well against skirmishers these days. On the mini-map here, you can see the second castle coming up for me, because I'm expecting a treb war. And we're going to camp in here and kill as many vills as we can. Go. How many do we get? Not as many as I thought. I thought that was going to go better. But, you know, 6 is nothing to sneeze at. It definitely evened up the vill count for us. Castle's helping with that. I think I killed a vill over here. Anyway. There we go. Double castle. Arrived in Imp. Queuing up trebs. This, you'd be surprised how often this happens when you get a good castle against a defensive castle. Go out to Imp, make trebs, and just push into their base, and there's not a lot they can do to stop it, as long as you got some army to support. I feel like a lot of the games that I win positionally like this. I end up in a good position just pushing them down, as opposed to any sort of glorious micro. Getting our Arbalest and our Bracer, which is good text to have for Imp. Probably still missing our armor upgrades though, yes we are, so they're very glass cannony, but that's fine until the skirmishers get onto them. A little bit of a meat shield, not a huge one. And he's still got a minute before Imp comes in. And no way to deal with the castles. Nope, losing Arbalests to the castle, that's not good. Mamelukes are returning from the raid. Now we should really have ballistics and chemistry. We do have neither of those. Oh, here comes ballistics. So here comes the meat shields. There we go. Hoping for the best. As long as I have enough archers. Once the skirmishers are gone, I'm pretty confident I can deal with the camels, and so is he. And that's that. Better, like. In terms of getting up the market and the 2 archery ranges, that was really good. I've got a lot of questions about the matchup. I think that maybe making camels instead of knights early on might have been fine. Camels versus skirmisher, I feel like. How well do camels do against skirmisher? I feel like they win. And then I should have extra HP with Saracens, so we'll go back and take a look. But overall, I am quite happy with how that game went. Yeah. Keep making archers, and this time it paid off. Last game I kept making archers, and I equaled out the Vil count, but didn't really do enough. But this game, just sticking to the archers and keeping on the archer line has served me well. Yeah, so small improvements, at least that's what I'd like to think. Yeah, catch you on the next game.